morning. It's Boundy, psychic medium here, and yep, I'm just on time, sort of, to do our daily Lenormand card spread reading. So I'm going to switch over to the cards, which I'm about to actually do as a spread. And then, I was going to take a photo of them now, but I'm going to have to wait. I'll leave them spread out afterwards. And I've just realised I haven't got the right microphone, so I'm just going to switch that over, or plug it in and switch it over. Let's see whether that made a sound difference. It did there. Let's hope it's all fine and that I haven't. Just doing that. Let's see if that worked, so that on both spaces and places that it should be actually going out correctly. I'm just going to see if the Twitter actually works. And that's the last one. So what we've got here, and I haven't sorted where my cards are yet. Ah dear. And of course Twitter wants me to sign in. That's interesting. Anyway, I'm just checking, seeing if that works. Interesting. And I think I've got to go to my own profile. You know, it's not very often that I actually use the Twitter. Twitch I seem to go into a bit, but Twitter I don't. And it's interesting to see, now how the heck do you do these already? Add an existing account. What's that meant to do? Oh, well, I don't know where you go to in Twitter for following stuff and doing your messages. Anyway, I'm not going to bother. Here we go. I'll switch around our to the cards, which is going to look interesting, isn't it? Because, looky cookie, I've got this the wrong way round. That should have been there and that should have been there to actually see them nicely. There's the cards. I haven't spread them yet. So what I'm going to do right now is spread the cards. So the first one that I do is the Gilded Reverie. And I actually just knock them, shuffle to clear. And that's the process that I use for that. Oh, there's one that's wanting to be read. Oh, the snake's in our energies today. But that was just the clearing. So he's definitely cleared himself, even though he wants to be in it. If he's going to be in it, this is where he needs to be. So we've got and that's for the cards themselves, so I can start laying them down. Now I'm hoping that I'm in alignment there. I'll put them to the actual camera. Oh, nice. Oh, nice cards. Very nice cards. And here we go. We do have some responsibility right in the middle. So that's how the cards are laying there now for the actual spread. And then I'm going to put the top one that I've been doing lately. And this is, as you can see, it's Leanne and Deb's card deck. This one, the Inner Soul Guidance. I'm just going to clear that with one shuffle. Otherwise, you're just watching me shuffle. I'm going to pick one out of the middle just by luck, and this is what we have. For that card, what we've got is the chest. Okay, now I'm just going to put that, which I'll put that there for now. I won't place it over the top. We'll know that this is what the card is. So it's the chest, which means abundance comes in all forms. Be open to receive. Now, let's get the focus right. Oh, come on, camera. If I could get that focusing properly all the time, it'd be wonderful. Okay, let's have a look. Anyway, there we go. So we've got our treasure chest of abundance as our overall energy for the day. And I reckon that's fantastic. So I'm going to put that there over with that lot. And what we're reading here, oops, just get my letter opener as a pointer. So just move that out of the way too. It gives it a bit more clearness here, doesn't it? So what we're doing here, and I'll say the hellos Good morning, Kirsten. Wonderful to see you here. And these are mainly on the Be Live side. So for everyone that's on the My Time, rosboundy profile. Good morning, Diane. And we've got Carol here. Good morning. And Karen, wonderful to see you here as well. Diane, good morning. Oh, morning, Ros. Confusing you today was on Facebook. Now on My Time. I'm not confused. I'm just doing it. I'm confused enough already anytime. So good morning, Sarah. Lovely to see you this morning too. They are beautiful cards that have laid out, including the one that sometimes gives me a bit of because it's the cross and it's the last one in the original 36 deck. And there's reasons why I suppose I sort of suck my breath in, because it is that is it's the cross. So here we go with we've got the tree in our home space. That is a little bit crooked, isn't it? Sorry, I just want to get that a bit better lined up. I thought I was aiming right when I was laying them down. That's better, isn't it? Yes. So we've got the tree in the home space. We've got bear in the workspace. Perfect card for the workspace. The park or garden, but it is the park label in the Gilded Reverie. That's in the unexpected position. We've got the heart in your role, and I love that. And we've got the cross in the outcome or the overall energy. I will go back to calling that outcome, because I am using that of the energy, the overarching energy of the day being the Leanne's card, the inner soul guidance oracle. Okay, so we've got the chest of abundance for today, right? Keep that energy flow of the chest of abundance, so we're going to have abundance in whatever we do today. And this is what the spread is. So we've got the tree, the roots moving deeply into it's the ancestry, it's what we bring forward as a family into our day-to-day as our home space and into the home space. So it's absolutely perfect card to have in the home space, because it's bringing those deep roots and networking in relationships, in the physical as well, because trees with the fruits and the way it regenerates the carbon dioxide into oxygen, and all that a tree will do, the importance it has in our lives as far as the breath of life that we have and the food that we eat, and that holding the ground that it creates for each and every one of us. And I love that it's got the symbol of the tree of life on it as well. That's from the Kabbalah, and the rainbow going through it. Like it's a really strong symbol of home and the abundance that we're going to experience in that today, in always. So just feel into that, how important your family is as you're moving through your day, and that home base, that creation of home. So we're moving over onto the workspace now too. I just had a thought. Yeah, that's all right. I am live on the Twitch. I had to just check my thing. Bear is a work card, but it's a gentle one. It's got that energy around the importance of the why we work, because bears really are a nurturing. The family connection, the nurturing, the care that bears take in looking after family and making sure that the provisions are there, that they are working toward feeding and sheltering and protecting. So it's all of those things, because we know from some of those docos that how vicious a bear can get when it's actually in that protective mode. How much they are. Are they prowlers? I think they are, but it's with the intent for looking, providing food for family, for self and family, of course. And, they really are the top dog in the element of their environment. So I'm feeling that what you're moving through in your workspace today is building that strength in what you're doing, because you're there, you're making it look easy, but you know that there's hard work with it. But it's also that you know, the practicing, the muscle building, and getting the stuff, getting the work done. You know, the practice, practice, practice. The more you do, the better it becomes, and that steadiness of doing what you do, getting in and actually doing the work, and moving it forward, even though others might not see it, because as you can see, there's a little line of water there on this polar bear. So he or she is actually, you know, they're just paddling along as they're going, and it's movement, it's getting things done, it's that goal that is there, they're moving toward it. And I think that's the vision that we've got with this today, that where our goal is, where our energy is going, we're going to be productive, we're going to have that abundance moving in, like that chest that we've got here. We've got in our park or garden, we've got that being, you know, moving things out. We're going out into nature. We're going to be in that public realm. So if you're in restricted places, that it's starting to open up now. I mean, I know we're hearing very sad news around the world of some of the other places that are still needing to keep closed in, closed down, restricted, and all the rest. But in here in Australia, it really is moving out into freeing up a lot of those restrictions again, and we can get out and about into our parklands, and we can get out and about back into the public and socialise again. So, you know, it really is getting back into that interaction with other people, and you know, just shining our stuff as well as being able to share others. So I think that's wonderful to have that there. And especially just as I was reading that one, there was the glow in the background of the sun coming through the clouds, because there is clouds, but there's a beautiful colour of the light yellow on the garden, on the lawn outside my window. It's really rather lovely. Here we've got the hearts now in our role, you know, what we're meant to be doing, what our position is in the day, and it's the heart. And I always love to see that, because you know, for me, you know, when you go through, well, some people probably don't, you know, vision, mission, and all that sort of stuff with working in business and what your goals are, business planning and stuff. You know, for business, you don't really see that for living your life and all the rest, but it's a good base to be from. My vision, or my ethics, my inner being is from the heart. It's where I want to be living my life, and from my heart, so that all that I do is from the heart. You know, sometimes we get it wrong, sometimes we get it perfect. Oh, good morning, Belinda. Lovely to see you here. Just saw your comment there. Probably a bit slack and late with that one. And Kerry Ann. Oh, I've just had my. Oh, that's interesting. The Bee Live didn't pick that up. And good morning, Kerry Ann. So with that, now the dogs are going to bark at the dog that's barking outside in the town. Oh dear. Dearie dear, that's what life is. We have our pets, and they do react and bark because they're in conversation with each other too. So living life from the heart. So really feel into that space where you are living to your purpose, and being your authentic, essential inner you from the heart. So I love that. There's not really much else that you can describe about that card in the context of you for our energy today. It's abundance. Feel the love. Feel it deeply. Sometimes that can mean sadness too, because of remembering people that we may have lost. Because I didn't mention it yesterday, but it was like yesterday was 3 years since our mother passed. So, you know, and that's where for this, the sadness, it's the cross, I mean, not the sadness. There is always sadness, but I suppose it does get a bit easier as each year moves on, because, you know, I do understand the process of where we're at in life. It is the birth, the living it, and the dying, and then moving on to whatever is past that, in whatever anybody's understanding is too, by the way. Oh, thank you, Sarah. I'm going to put that one up. Thank you very much for the heart. So the next one, whoops, hang on, I just went, my button slipped, well, not button, my finger slipped on the mouse. I should really have that over here so I'm not moving forward, but hey, good exercise for the shoulder, innit? Cross. We can be cross at things. The cross can represent our religious symbols. It does feature a lot in many religious institutions and as a symbol in various forms. It doesn't have to be this that is the recognised cross of Jesus, I suppose, for many. It is a representation of what is our responsibilities, is how I see this one. Like we pick up, and it certainly is, as far as that the Easter cross movies where Jesus was walking with the cross on his shoulders, the responsibility, the cross we bear, that type of thing. It will always be that visual inner picture that I get from this. But it's also, we pick up our responsibilities. We choose to continue on with responsibilities. Hey, okay, there's a dog, must be walking past. Oh, wait. Right, because I've got a dog staying. We've got a friend's dog staying with us. So I think we do need to discern. We need to be a bit picky about what stuff we're going to keep carrying, whether it's ours or not. So that's what that's saying for us today, that we have that we've taken some time looking at what we do, what sort of chores or responsibilities or tasks we do, tasks or being with someone, what sort of choices we are making as to whether it's our thing to keep doing or not. Whether it is something we're essentially responsible for or not, and choose. If it's not something that's serving you for your higher good, then probably choose to change it around and give back to someone what is their responsibility, what is their thing to do. I suppose we do actually put it in the basket of tasks to do and things, but sometimes it's just, where you get asked by a friend, that is a good friend to, can you do the, can you, or what's the opinion of, and things like that, and you continually give them that feedback. And answer questions when really it's not your role to do that. You just say, no, you find out for yourself, or things like that. It's your role. That's for you to choose. That's for you to decide. Things like that. I'm not sure. I mean, each and every one of us. I'm just going to switch the thing around. The dogs are going for it again. Each and every one of us has that responsibility for ourselves. So I suppose in that respect, that cross card is that. So, but it is, whose space are we living in? It's ours. It's the only one that we can know in its 100%ness. And even then, we ourselves self-doubt so that we feel that we don't know the 100%ness of us. And yet, really, there are so many times where I think we have the opportunity to do that, but we avoid it. We procrastinate. We do other things that divert us from what really is the important who in our lives, and that is that me, right? It is ourselves that we need to be taking that responsibility for, and sitting in that as our responsibility, and the rest, deciding around that. And it's not in that narcissistic or selfish way, that everything does revolve around us. It's just knowing us to the best that we can know us, being us, that it then evolves and shifts that loving from the heart, our role, where the heart card is today, that we can actually lift ourselves from that heart space and out and into the world, and being who we are. And that then gives us that better vision, perspective of how we do act and react to what else is going on around us, and choose from that base. So anyway, good morning, Shaz. How are you? Now let me go to there. Good morning. That hairstyle looks lovely. Okay. I'll leave it there for this morning. It's now 8:22 going by my computer. And, peckish time, thirsty time. I haven't had my coffee. So check out the websites if you would like to have further in-depth readings from me. And I do have the Body, Mind, Psyche Expo coming up. So I will be putting a link to the direct pre-booking page for that. And that's not this coming weekend. It's the one after, I think. 28th and 29th of May. And after that, I'll be visiting Mount Gambier, but I'll be posting that sort of stuff as I go. Thank you, Sarah. So keep an eye out on my page, on my website, mainly. Like, I'll be attempting to remember how to put posts into there as well. So thanks for being here with me this morning, and I'll be back again tomorrow morning, all things being equal, as we know. Life is what it is. It presents us with surprises sometimes, and it's lovely to be here close to the time I usually do. So thank you for being here with me, and we'll see you tomorrow. Keep being the best you, and namaste. That's interesting. Just had a little technical glitch. Now I'll be going. So see you tomorrow. Yeah, to get this. Yeah, there is still a technical glitch, people. So I'm going to see Peanuts. Where can you see Peanuts?
Well, you're still live in the. Are you still awake, alive on the my time?
Yeah, I know. So people, it's not turning off. I cannot end the broadcast. There's a glitch in the program.